There are very small things that if we pay attention to them, we can learn a lot about people's personalities and about those people themselves. What are those little things that can help us understand people and their personalities? In today's video, we will talk about this topic. Assalam, I am Dr. Tahira Rubab. Along with being a relationship therapist and expert, let's talk about what are those small things that can help us understand people's personalities as well as their attitudes. The very first thing to notice is whether the person you are talking to or who is talking to you is speaking very fast. That is, firstly, is their tone or the pace of their talk very fast? Are they interrupting? For example, you are speaking and in between the other person is interrupting. Similarly, are they speaking very quickly? I am also speaking fast, but that's because of the video time. So try to understand how they are speaking, because people who speak very fast, people who interrupt you while you are talking, even in their families, their words are not really listened to or understood, and they are not given that much importance. So this becomes a behavior for them that they have to quickly finish what they want to say, and in order to get their point across to others, they tend to interact in this way. The second important thing which you especially need to pay attention to is to see how empathetic and caring they are. That is, how much they care about others. Being empathetic is a very good quality, and being empathetic means that they understand other people's situations and problems exactly as the other person is feeling them. They try to understand things from that perspective. Caring, of course, means looking after others, and we tend to like caring people a lot. So you should try to observe how caring the person who is with you, who is trying to build a relationship with you, really is, how empathetic they are. Because if they are going out of their way to care for you, sacrificing themselves to look after you, giving you their time, and even neglecting their own things for you, it means that their need for love, their need for care is actually very high. They don't have any other way to express this. They take extra care of you so that they can receive your attention, love, and care in return. In the same way, the third important thing you need to understand is this. We've often seen people who, the moment they meet you, immediately say, "Oh my God, I just found my soulmate." They say this as soon as they meet you. For them, every other person seems like their soulmate. So observe the person you're talking to, the one you're meeting. Maybe they're also thinking of you as their soulmate, because people like this immediately consider you their soulmate. They say this right away. For them, every other person is a soulmate. But a soulmate can't just be any other person. This kind of connection happens rarely. It's something that is truly rare if it happens at all. We'll definitely talk about this in another video. Similarly, try to understand what kind of gossip he engages in. Is he always talking about others, always criticizing other people, always talking about others? He doesn't have anything of his own to talk about, so we can understand that for him, other people are very important. He doesn't have anything to talk about himself. Instead, he tries to engage you by talking about others. This will also help you understand what kind of conversations he has with others about other people. Emotional. We meet many people in our lives who, even if you have never replied to their message before, if you missed their call or ignored them somewhere, they immediately react by saying, "You don't even reply to my messages. You've become a big shot now, you're ignoring me." Or there are many such strong emotional reactions like this. Just observe the person you are meeting and talking to. What is their emotional reaction? If their emotional reactions are strong like this, then it means that these people are very emotional, they don't have control, and they don't have the management of their emotions. So this will help you to understand people's emotionality, folks. Many of us see people like this around us who are always trying to find faults in others. They are always trying to point out others' mistakes because they are not ready to take responsibility for their own mistakes. They don't want to accept their own faults. So they are always putting the blame on others. So whether it's you or those people who meet you and are connected to you, see how they handle responsibility. Do they own up to their actions or not? Or do they always find faults in you instead? They are the ones who are always creating drama. Often such people have very dramatic personalities. Every little thing becomes a huge issue for them. They tend to overreact to even the smallest matters in life, dramatizing minor things. And even during celebrations, they try to create excessive drama. They have a strong habit of always talking about themselves wherever they go. Toxic people are the ones who create such drama. If you do something to them, there will be drama about it. If you don't get them something they like, there will be drama about that too. If they don't like something you say or do, they'll create drama over it. So they are the drama creators, and we also see a lot of drama queens like this. So notice how people react, how they create drama, how they overreact. Pay attention to everything so you can understand what kind of person they are. Another thing you need to observe is how they treat other people, especially those people who are a bit lower profile, like waiters, like drivers, like beggars. How do they treat these people? This is really, really important to know. Where do they place themselves? The idea is to consider whether they are genuinely humble and if they give equal respect to others. Similarly, try to find out how many friends they have, or if they even have any at all. If they have a lot of friends, it means that the person is very outgoing and really enjoys being around people. They like being among people, and if they don't have any friends, it means the person is having relationship difficulties and is unable to form any friendships. They are unable to maintain any connections. Similarly, pay attention to how they talk about their family. In all of our families, there is always some problem or the other. Some people have more problems in their families, some have fewer. Listen to how people describe their families. If they are portraying it in such a way that there has never been any problem, never any issue at all, it means that they are not getting to the real self. They are not talking about that. They are not being real at all. Somewhere they are sugarcoating things and presenting them to you. And if they excessively criticize their family, then instead of accepting responsibility, again, that's a big issue. And if they don't accept responsibility, but instead blame their family for everything. This, of course, is about family. As I said, it's definitely there. There's no such thing as perfection anywhere. Families do have problems, absolutely. But how you talk about it, how you discuss it, that's very important. In the same way, you can observe how they talk about their friends and family, because the way they speak about them tomorrow, wherever they are, that's exactly how they'll talk about you too. Next is eye contact. Eye contact is really, really important. Whenever that person talks to you, I mention eye contact in almost every video because eye contact reveals a lot about a person. It shows the moment they're sharing with you, and it also reveals lies. The moment tells you what kind of movement you're making. It shows whether you're lying, telling the truth, making up a story, who you are, and how confident you are. Eye contact is really important. For your personality, it reflects your confidence. Be sure to notice whether the person is looking you straight in the eyes and speaking with confidence, or if they're looking around while talking. Yes, that's important because it indicates that somewhere they're making up a story or telling a lie. What kind of relationships do they have with people? Do they jump into relationships quickly, and are they doing the same with you, jumping in right away? Do they instantly declare, from today we're friends, or from today this is our relationship? How are they approaching this with you? The grand city. This means thinking of oneself as a great speaker, considering oneself very important, and talking a lot about themselves. What grand things do they say about themselves? How do they talk about their name, where it begins and where it ends, as we say? If you observe this, you will realize that this person is extremely self-absorbed. It's all about themselves. I am something great. I am so much more. The actions, the things he talks about, the life stories he shares with you. How many things are there in them? How many things did he plan? How many things did he actually execute? How many things could actually be executed? What are the discrepancies between his words and his actions? Does his story truly represent what he is sharing with you? Because if he planned a lot of things but couldn't execute them, if they never turned into action, it means that person is fake. He's more skilled at spinning stories. So you need to be very careful in that. Then try to understand how much attention seeking is there. What is the minimum? How is it different from different angles? What's different? He tries to attract people's attention towards himself in his own way. As I mentioned earlier, there can be drama. Attention seekers are often the kind of people who threaten to cut their veins in a hurry to get noticed, saying things like, if you don't listen to me, I'll send my last message. If you don't reply to me. It's very important to observe whether they are attention seekers and to notice what kind of things are going on inside them. I hope this video will be helpful to you. These small points I've shared will help you understand. I've just given you some clues about the kind of people around you, the people you're meeting these days, how you can identify them, how you can understand what their reality is and what their behaviors are. Take good care of yourself and your loved ones. I'll see you again in a new video with a new topic. Until then, take care. Yes, absolutely.